And we are live. Kim, welcome, man. How you doing, man?
Nate, I'm doing good. And you?
Good. We just got a chance to catch up briefly, but I want everyone to know who you are because anyone who's tuning in right now, just know that you're about to have your socks blown off. I didn't know about Kim until one of our mutual acquaintances, a fellow investor, connected us. I didn't know about Kim. He's kind of like the underground guy for a lot of people doing some really big stuff in the YouTube ad space. And for those of you that are looking for someone to help you get investors coming to you that want to potentially fund your deal or partner with you on a project, then you're going to want to pay special attention to this because Kim is going to do the breakdown. He's not just going to like show you some little surface level view. He's actually going to go into my ad account and show you some stuff behind the scenes. So, but Kim, before we jump into that, who are you, man? Where are you from? What do we need to know about you?
Sure. So guys, my name is Kim Blah. I am from Dominica. That's in the Caribbean. I now live in Dallas, Texas. And currently we own a marketing company called Advisor. Now that's Advisor stands for your ad advisors, where we coach, consultants, coaches, right, investors like Nate on how to really like leverage ads to attract, more deals, more clients, and, more cash flow for them via ads. Now, before I actually get into, today's, into like today's topic, I actually want to take like a step back to just to give myself more credibility here. So what I'll do here is actually want to show you guys something real quick. Is Nate, can I share screen? Oh, Nate, I believe your mic's.
There you go. You got access now.
Thank you. So, guys, back in 2019, like we first started with our first client here called Big Tool Rack. And again, to give like more backstory, they were in a very similar spot as most of us right now, right? Great product, right? Good deals, good services that they have, but not much eyeballs or viewers looking at them, to work with them or to buy their products. So again, good products, good service, good deals, but not enough, lead flow or people, looking at them. So we came in, right, and really helped them to like leverage ads on YouTube, right, to generate more impressions, views, clicks, leads, and from their sales. And in just one short year, they went from like almost zero, so it's not zero, but almost zero, to 1.25 million, in sales online, right, with just ads. And they were actually featured on Fox News here of a year later, right, as one of the the best products to buy for your dad, or your brother, sister, or whatever you want to call it, in the market. So from almost zero to scaling to 7 figures, and being featured on Fox News. So here's Tim, the owner of the company. Big growth, right? Again, all from ads on YouTube, and of course, all with our help. So again, just more credit to who we are and what we do since.
Kim, I didn't know that, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you're good at what you do, but man, I didn't know that you were doing this with some national brands too.
Yeah.
Go. And Kim, so we know where you're from. How do you put this real estate stuff? Like everybody that's listening now, like these are my people. These are real estate investors. And I know that you jumped in and you've been helping me and another investor really crank out some good stuff. How'd you fall into this stuff?
So our sales advisor, Ryan, right? He is actually also an investor who actually knows Nate. And through Ryan, of course, we Nate and I came to meet and realized that, hey, on YouTube, we can actually target people looking to invest, in properties and deals using some great videos and great ad targeting, to get, like higher quality accredited investors coming to you. That way, they come to you like kind of inbound, right? They of course chase you instead of you trying to chase them, and then they're more willing to attract, into that or invest capital into that deal or property in a sense for you. So that's how.
Spot on. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's dive in. Where do you want to go?
Well, first off, I actually want to ask, the audience, Nate, what are the biggest struggles that they face when trying, to get investors and raise capital for their properties and deals?
Cool. So I'm going to, let's put that question out to everybody. What are the biggest struggles that you have when you're trying to raise capital for your deal? So these are talking about deals that we're going to keep. You're going to keep that next apartment building, that 5 unit, that 50 unit, whatever it is. What are the struggles that you have when you're trying to raise capital? And if you catch this on replay, go ahead and type the question anyways, either way. If you catch this on a podcast, then You can comment back to us and we'll still take these questions. These are great questions that are coming through. Is it okay if I answer it right
Sure.
now, Kim?
Sure.
Okay, so the biggest struggles that most of the people that I know raising capital and stuff that I've hit before is number one, it's a belief thing, but like credibility.
Mhm.
Who on earth? I haven't been featured on Fox News before. Who's ever going to trust me? So that's a big one. I don't have a social following. There's nobody that knows about me. Why on earth would they ever click on my YouTube ad?
Mhm.
Okay. Another big one is I don't have the track record to be able to stand in front of investors. What do I do about that?
Mhm.
Yeah, those are the common ones that I get.
Awesome. So let's address each one and how, right, as on YouTube can like overcome like those challenges to, of course, help you guys, right, attract more investors and you know, of course, raise more capital for yourselves. So the first two being credibility and social proof. Now, one of the things, right, that we found on YouTube is typically most people who are on here running ads doing really well have very little, you know, big brand or, you know, big audience. But what we found is if the ad message is written right to speak to the right person, we can attract, you know, the right investors, you know, to us, even if, you know, we have not a big brand and not a big, you know, audience. Because again, what matters more here is what's being said in the ad than your actual, you know, following count or your, you know, your sub counts on, you know, all these vanity things that people kind of like, you know, want to flaunt. When it comes to ads, that doesn't matter. The ad message is what matters most. So your lack of, or your lack of proof or your lack of, you know, track record doesn't matter here, because again, you're speaking to one person, right, via the ad, and that person being your ideal investor to come, you know, look into, you know, partnering with you on a deal. And again, that's done via the ad message, not via, you know, your sub count, view count, you know, and all these, again, things that people want on a flaunt. Now, the second being, right, you mentioned the track record. So one of the things that we find is not only, you know, is saying the right things in the ad powerful, but targeting. Because if your ad is being shown to the right person, right, with the right pain points and goals and dreams and motivations, then it's less on them, or sorry, it's less on you and more on them, right? It's more about what they want from you versus like what you've done, you know, in the space. Because again, on YouTube, so on YouTube, like we target by intent, meaning that we're going to reach people who are looking for these things right now. Whether it be like a dog, you know, dog collar, or you know, a new house, right? A trip to Miami, right? We can target them by their intent searches, and from there, get in front of the right person, and then of course say the right things to convince them, you know, to work with us.
So it's kind of like if I have a headache,
Mhm.
and an ad pops up for some type of like ibuprofen or Tylenol, something like that. The Tylenol maker or the ibuprofen maker, they don't have to have some big brand behind them. They just have to say the right thing to me for me to say, yeah, I want that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, it's based on buyer intent. I love that. Okay.
Exactly. Now, before we move on to, I guess, more of the campaigns and the in-depth targeting stuff, Nate, is there any chat questions they want to go through or no?
People are worried about ad budgets. Like,
Oh.
does it cost $1 million to get one investor, or how much are we talking?
Now, so lots of you guys will be surprised, you know, once we go into the accounting for Nate. But currently, Nate's ad accounts or ad campaigns are spending $10 per day, and those are producing like lead flow, like up the wazoo, and booked calls for Nate, you know, that are with quality, you know, investors looking to invest in his deals and his properties. So yeah, $10 per day. Now, times that by 30 days in a month, that's less than $1,000 per month for one campaign. So to get results here, it doesn't take, you know, much spend.
Boom. There we go. You want more questions?
Yeah, sure.
How many more you want?
Let's do two more.
Two more questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Another big one that people run in the roadblock with is they're worried that they don't have a professional studio. They don't know video editing. They don't want to look bad on camera.
Okay, so let's address first the studio and then, you know, being bad on camera. So guys, we've learned that the highest converting ads, right, for here on YouTube are all recorded from what? your cell phone. So not some fancy camera, not some, some hired crew. Your cell phone, your iPhone, or your Android phone, right? Just pull it out, get on camera, right, and record the ad. Those ads convert the best. Why is that? Because those ads are very transparent and authentic, and they feel normal, right? Because when you're on YouTube, what do you watch? You watch either songs and videos and music, or you watch people, right? You watch vlogs. Vloggers, they vlog their lifestyles, they vlog their travels, their business journey, right? So it's more personal, right? Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, right? It's all from their phone, right, in your face, and it's more personal. So those ads convert well compared to like an ad made in a studio, produced. Those ads tend to be more commercially, and they're skipped and never really converting for you. So again, your cell phone is your best friend here for sure.
It's interesting.
Now for the other point you made was the editing and being bad on camera. So guys, yes, skill sets vary. Some of us are great on camera, others aren't as good on camera. But we found that the biggest hack to being good on camera is 1, a good script, 2, good editing. Good editing and a good script makes anyone and everyone, right, a rock star on camera. Makes everyone and anyone, let's say, who's on camera, turns you into a Gary Vee, honestly, right? Good script, good editing, you too can be Gary Vee in an ad. So, okay.
So if I don't know what to say, if I'm nervous, if I'm like, gosh, what words do I even speak to people? Am I still someone that can do this? Absolutely.
We've had people who are reserved, right? People who are introverts, right? Do this, right? And of course, they speak a bit faster, and they speak with more, more power in their voice. But again, like their default, personality is very reserved and shy. They themselves, right? Get on camera, read a script the way that we write it for them, and boom, right? The ads convert. So again, whether you're shy or reserved, it doesn't matter. Good script, right? Good script. And good editing, you too can be Gary Vee or even Nate Armstrong on camera too.
I shouldn't be compared in the likes of Gary Vee, but okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
Now let's do one last one.
Okay, one more question.
Sure.
Okay, setting for recording. I know we talked about you don't have to have professional studio, you can just do it from your phone, but a lot of people are worried like maybe they don't have the perfect deal to show somebody. They can't like go stand in front of it and film it because they don't have it yet, or they're working on it, they're negotiating on it. How can they overcome that objection?
So there are 2 ways to do it. The first way is to record from your house. Because again, most vlogs are made from your home, right? Your home office, your living room, your kitchen, your house works just fine. Second, too, is I would find a nice looking complex or building and just record from there. Because in fact, one of our clients who made an ad targeting investors, and he stood in front of a building. Of course, that's not his, but they don't know that. All they know is you're in front of a building, and they hear the words real estate, building, right? The brain makes the bridge connection. That's it.
It's beautiful. I know a lot of the videos that you have me film, I just step right outside and I take them right in front of my building. So yeah. Cool.
All right, guys. So now let us take a look into Nate's actual campaigns, right? And see, okay, what's going on here, in his campaigns, and how can this really, leverage the power of video to attract more, investors, capital, and of course, more deals for us. So let us do that.
Should I get nervous, Kim?
Yes. So I'll share my screen here. Actually, let me close some tabs here. There we go. And now, so there are 3 parts to having a really rocking campaign right on YouTube. It's the ad, the targeting that you use, and of course to the funnel which all the clicks are sent to convert them into either leads and calls for your deals. So now, guys, let's first go look at some of Nate's ads over here in the videos, actually the ads section. Go here. And what you'll notice is typically on YouTube, we create multiple ads because we want to, of course, test varying ad messages and see which ones convert the best. Now, one of the things that we discovered is not all ads are made equal, meaning certain ads can be saying the same thing, but one small tweak, in the ad intro or hook can give you a very differing cost per lead and a cost per call, cost per new deal or per new investor. For example, here, right? So here we have two ads. One is multi-family properties, and one is high investors here. And what you'll see is over here in the far right, the cost per conversion, right? Meaning cost per lead. So for Nate, his cost per lead is about like $338 here, and then here's like $313 here. Now, before
how does that compare like in the industry? I know a lot of people they get nervous around this ad spend stuff. So
sure.
How is this, or how are we doing?
So Nate, compared to the average person here on YouTube trying to get leads for either their deals or their services, this is pretty low. The average cost per lead that we're saying is like $15-20. So you being at $3 per lead here on both your ads, this is really insane.
So this is reason to Kim, this broadcast we're doing, I'm so glad that you're doing it. I'm so glad that you're sharing with the community, but I'm also a little bit nervous now. Everyone knows my behind the screen guy, like the Wizard of Oz back there, Kim, but it's okay. I love it. I love it. Just don't take my investors. Okay, guys, if you go to Kim, just don't take I'm just kidding. Keep rolling, Kim.
So guys, as promised, right? Again, here's the current ad spend, $10 per day. So on $10 per day, right? Only $10 a day, you too can start getting leads at like what here, $4. Now again, guys, what matters really most with these ads is the actual ad intro or hook used in the video, because the first 5 seconds of the video is going to really dictate the cost per click and cost per lead of your ad. Why is that? It's because, right, for most of us, let's say we're watching a movie or some ad or some show. If the first, let's do a show. If the first, new show you're watching, you watch the first full episode, right? Now, if that sucked, what's your chance of watching, 2, 3, or 5 more? Low, right? But if it was pretty good, right, or darn good and great, you would keep watching, watching the first season, right, the next season, and the next. So typically, the first of anything is what really, controls the entire, system. So for here, it's the ad intro, and that's why.
The intro, the first 15 seconds of the ad.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, before I actually move forward, going, deeper into, revealing Nate's secrets here, guys from the chat, any questions on this?
No, we're good. We're good to keep rolling.
All right. So again, guys, there are 3 parts to any paid campaign: the ad, targeting, and then there is the funnel. So now let's look at some of the targeting that Nate has used, in his campaigns. And in fact, I'll do this. I'll go over here. And Nate, give us one website that that your investors are going to right now.
Outside of my site?
Yes.
They're probably going to roofstock.com.
Roofstock.com. So now what's cool is we can actually come in here, use this free tool from Google to get keyword ideas, to then use these to place our ads in front of people who are looking for these things already. So for example, for roofstock.com, right? Here are some keywords that they know, right? People are looking for to find the site. And what's cool is the search volume every single month in the US here, right? In the US. So the search volume every month in the US for that keyword. So here, roofstock, sorry, that's not here, right? Properties, right? For investors, investing, right? So guys, look at all these things people are looking for right now. Now imagine if you could make an ad and run your ad in front of people looking for these keywords right now. Like imagine that. Like that's just so targeted, right? Because now the lead quality goes up. And now let's also add on to this, running ads to people only in the top 10 income in the US, right? Because again, our deals are are a bit higher tier, so of course they cost more. But if it's top 10 income and 2, they're looking for these things right now, high chance of them becoming a lead and from there, becoming a investor for your properties. High chance. And of course, for Nate, right, same strategy. Those ads that we saw before, we're targeting right like here, like these keywords, like over here. And guys, what's cool is if you actually go down the list here, these keywords get even more and more targeted. For example, let's go down here. Look at that, near me, right? Homes for investment. Look at that. Look at this. Online app for investing. Look at this. This is so targeted. And again, targeting is one of the biggest pieces of ads, because if the ad is being shown to the right person, right? And again, as Nate said, we say the right things. Boom, job's done at that point.
Yeah, and so, you know, it prompts another question that came to my mind. We may or may not be able to cover it today, but what do you say after they contact you? Of course, you and I know what to say. Maybe we talk about that later. I'll table that one for now. You keep going.
Sure. All right, guys. So again, with the ad funnel, we have the ad, right? Those before, like those videos, we have here the targeting that we're using. Now let's speak on the funnel. So once they see the ad, right, and they say, Nate, sounds great, love it, and they click, and they click the ad, and what happens then? They then go over here to Nate's funnel, where they can give their name here, email, and phone number to opt in for Nate's video sales letter, or VSL, as we say, which leads them to this page, where they watch a 5-minute video from Nate, right, which goes over who Nate is, the deal that Nate has, why Nate is credible, and why this deal is so great for them, to really invest in right now with Nate. Then from there, they can then book a call with Nate or his team here. Ooh, so time picked over here, and from that call, Nate, tell us what happens next from this call.
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even think it's the magic. The magic actually happens on the internet when you're standing in front of people, telling them that you can serve them. Yeah. So we jump onto these calls and we literally just try to serve the investor. You understand where they're at, what they're trying to accomplish with their money, what their goals are. And if your project happens to be a good match for what their goals are, then you tell them about it. Hey, guess what? We happen to be a good match. We could help you with this, this, and this. And then importantly, if you don't have a good match, then you just tell them, hey, so sorry, but my project wouldn't be a good match for what your goals are. If you have other funds or maybe someone else that is interested in something like this, we might be able to help you, but this wouldn't be the right thing for what you just described. So you just have a very honest, transparent conversation where your entire outcome, what you're looking for, is to make sure that they're served. And I won't emphasize that anymore, but like that's the whole secret to it. A lot of people, they jump onto calls and they feel like they have to like sell somebody or close somebody. In today's world, that's not what people want. Maybe back in like 1980s, you get into negotiations and you drop numbers and then you like the first person to talk lose it. No, none of that. What you want is just to be transparent, open, honest. And then if you've got a fit, awesome, cool. Tell them about your fit. Tell them about your projects.
And Nate, to that point, going back to the ad and targeting, transparency first occurs in the ad, right? You being yourself on a video, right? And then the first qualifying fit happens here in the targeting. So if they've looked for certain keywords that may make them, like more qualified for your offer or for your current deal, right? That's the first layer over here in the keywords. So again, transparency in the ad, and a good fit starts here in targeting. And then on the call, right? Again, being transparent and seeing if it's a fit again.
Cool. Kim, so we don't forget, and so that everybody knows, there's already people asking for replays of this, but how do people connect with you, and like, what's the best process for that? How do people find out about you?
Sure. So guys, go to advisor.com/tank. So that's ADSVISORE.com/TANK, tank. There you can see, like, of course, learn more about us and of course what we do. And from there, of course, see all the clients that we've helped over the past, I'll say almost 2 years, right, our long ongoing track record of clients being happy and saying, yeah, we're amazing. Then from there, what you can do is from there, be able to book a call with me or my team and see again if we're a fit for your current your current business, and see if we can help you. Now, be sure to mention that, of course, that you came from Nate's community. That way we know, because there are some bonuses that we actually have for you guys if you do.
Are you going to give them my ad, Kim?
We are.
Okay. So Kim and I arm wrestled earlier about this. We didn't really arm wrestle, but if it helps you and it serves you, a lot of times, like, I know this happens to me whenever I'm trying to like model someone else's funnel or their landing pages and things like that. A lot of times for me, it's not just the framework that Kim showed you, but it's the actual video. Like, what do you say? How do you say it? Can I see an example? And so Kim's going to hook you up if you just let them know that you're from our world. If you're from Home Invest, Social Media Blueprint, or from Nate, then let Kim know that, and he'll hook you up with my ad. And that's the one that we're currently doing. I think I saw $3 and some change per lead.
Yeah. Well, Nate, actually, there were two of them. So there are two ads. They're pretty good for you.
So you might have to arm wrestle with Kim to try to get both of them, guys. But,
yeah. Over here.
I'm going to start to see a whole bunch of this people standing in front of my building where I live doing the exact same videos next week. That's okay. That's okay. Bring it on. Cool. So I hope that helps everybody in the community, and because it's where it's at. YouTube, it's a good platform right now. Actually, it's a great platform right now. Like everything in life, there's seasons to it. I found YouTube to be amazing 2 years ago, and then about 18 months ago, it got kind of costly. And now all of a sudden YouTube is dominating again. It's doing really, really well. And so if you have not got on YouTube, or maybe there's something been holding you back from it, I would recommend reaching out to Kim. He's literally doing my ads right now. So if you guys can get some good insights from him and see if he can help you out, I think it'll serve you to get some investors for your deals.
Nate, there's one last thing I actually want to share.
Yeah, please.
So we've only looked at this from the point of view of an ad to a video to a call, right? Now, guys, I know a lot of you guys are doing like some either you're calling or doing like calls outbound to a list, or you're in a group on Facebook, or you send emails. Imagine where you have like one ad here on YouTube, right? One video that is going to bring you in leads that you can send to a VSL or a video sales letter, a webinar, and call, text, email, right? From there, you can start to get more people engaged and involved, to then get more investors for yourself from these leads. And to, of course, as I know, right, we all get new deals or new properties that we want to fund as the year goes on. Now imagine if you can so let's go into let's go into 2024, right, real quick. So it's a new year, right, after this whole year. So it's a new year again, and you have a new deal or a new property that you want to fund, right? What if you could simply just go to your email list, right, from all the leads that you've gotten from YouTube of people who are qualified, and say, hey guys, new deal, right, new property, right, or that I'm trying to fund. Here are the details, right, the address, right, the returns, etc. Who wants to join? Just say yes, right, and we'll talk. Instead of trying to go find investors from your network, referrals, groups, right, the more manual, kind of hard labor. Go to your list, email them, boom, 6 people say yes, they're done.
Yeah, sign me up. Right now, I took a call from someone yesterday. They were trying to fund a deal, multifamily property, with hard money. Mm-hmm. And it's a really, really high interest rate environment right now. And I'm like, have you considered just going direct to investors? She's like, I have no idea how. And what you just described, Kim, is like the perfect solution for anybody trying to fund projects right now. Don't go run to the hard money folks. I'm not trying to bash on the hard money folks. It's just, there's times in life when you recognize changing markets. Right now, we're in a changing market where it got really, really hot. So the Fed had to juice the interest rate, and now they're intentionally cooling things off. And during a cool down process, if you're stuck with hard money on a project and the value drops, usually those hard money loans, they expire after about 6 months. And it's going to be really hard to refinance at the end of 6 months. And so rather than going that route, have investors. Get Kim just loading you up, have that big email list built so then you can send your deal out to these investors and let people step into your project. Kim, anything else you want to leave our tribe with?
Lots of things, though. So I'm almost trying, to give the most value, with the least words. So I'm thinking like, what should I share next? So, anything else? Anything else? As right now, no. Oh,
okay.
Okay, I will say this. So I do know of actually. I'm sure Nate. I'm sure your members here. They're very well versed with Grant Cardone, right?
Yeah. Most would know that name. Yeah.
So one of the things that we've learned from that Grant team does, when they're dealing with leads and investors, is they have their team call every single prospect and buyer of anything that they've bought in years, right? So not only will this, with these will these ads bring you leads that are ready to fund now, but right, these ads will bring leads that either you or your team can call on the phone and literally to just have a again transparent talk with them, right, and see if it's a fit, and from there, get more people to fund your deals. Simple as that.
Boom. And Kim is totally right. We do that now. It works amazing. We send texts, we send emails, and we call, because then you get people on whatever modality or whatever way they want to be contacted. You get to get in touch with them. Kim, you are a blessing in the internet world and the physical world. I've so appreciated working with you. Like, just kind of a couple comments about you. Like, you're always one that you'll take feedback, you adjust, your team is quick. So it's been a lot of fun to work with you, and you're very tech friendly, which I loved. So that way there, it wasn't 9,000 things to set up. It was boom, boom, we're set up and we're going. And I loved it, man. So thank you again. And thanks for coming and sharing today.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. So those of you that want to look at Kim, if you want Kim to look under the hood and see if he can show you a good YouTube plan, he gave us the link earlier. I dropped it in the comments. We'll also put it down in the show notes for people. It's advisor with an E at the end, .com/tank, TANK. And then just be sure to let Kim's team know that you came from our community, and they'll hook you up with my video ad. That way there you'll have a head start. Cool. All right. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, everybody.
All right, guys.
See you guys next week. Bye-bye.